The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 60 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the White Makers Special Reserve by Dan and Dave Industries. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have a matte white finished tuck box here with a bunch of gold foil line work all over the tuck box here, and some silver metallic ink foil accents here. So we got this gold foil all over the front of the tuck box and the rest of the tuck box here. It says Makers Special Reserve here in that silver metallic ink there, foil there. And it says Made True, Revered, re- Revered Quality for All Beholders. And it says 52, Forged in the US. And then at the top it says Small Batch, 14, Featured. Crafted for the Order of the Makers by the Buck Brothers and Company. And at the bottom here it says Tribute to the many worldly doers. On the side it says produced by Dan and Dave Industries there, with some more gold line work and that silver text there. The other side says designed by the studio of Chad Michael there, in that silver font with the gold accents. On the bottom it says Crafted 2016, the Dan and Dave Industries, and it says distributed by Art of Play in San Diego. And you got that barcode here in that gold foil there. On the back you got a sneak peek of like the back design here. Then you got that gold seal here that kind of wraps around to the front of the tuck box here, and it says, you can kind of see here if I angle it like that, it says produced it says product of the Buck Brothers and Company, 52 cards, revered quality, and then it says first release, special reserve, and then it says print date, 10/13/16, batch number 1, and it says machined, and Hindenburg or Hildenburg or something there. It's hard to read with the seal kind of all opened up there. And it says 14 featured makers who hand shaped the world. There. Then we open the tuck flap here. And it says 14 featured, made with reverence for the highest order. It says Buck Twins for all. Then on the tuck flaps here, you got the Dan and Dave logo there. The Dan and Dave Industries logo there. Then you got the Chad Michael logo or something there. Yeah, you got the Chad Michael logo there. And that's in that same gold foil. And if we take the cards out of the box, we'll take a look inside the box, and you can see on the inside of the box, it has like that white background with a bunch of gold line work there, or some kind of like gold line work art all throughout the inside of the tuck box. So that's nice to see. You like to see that printing on the inside of the box, because he knows the card company likes to like do a little bit extra for their cards here. You got that gold foil. Well, anyway, now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first, we'll start with the back design here. This is a mirrored back design here, and has some white borders here with some gold metallic ink here on the back design here. So it has a white and gold back design colorway there, and it says 14 featured makers, reserved quality, worldly tribute, order of the maker, and it says the exact same thing here mirrored on the other side here. And you got like a spade there and the spade there, and then you got like this little circle design there. Looks like a little globe there, and you got some swords coming off the sides of there, and some other line work there. And if we flip it around, it is mirrored, so it's the same on both directions here. Now that we took a look at the back design, time to take a look at the cards you get with the deck. And we'll start with the first Joker here in that same metallic gold ink here. You got like a little eye there, a little oval shaped with an eye there, both corners. Then you got the little circle behind this like pirate guy here. And the pirate guy has some flowers in his for eyes. And then at the top here it says death makes all things equal. And then it says two things on the side. I think that might say the exact same thing, just in a different language there. And then if you look at the next Joker here, it's the exact same, but in black, so you can kind of see it a little bit easier. It stands out a little more with the black one there. You can kind of see the pirate a little bit easier, and the little letters there. Now, onto the custom Ace of Spades here, and they have custom pips here, as you can see here. And we got the ace here with some more line work and like an eye with a little keyhole in it. And then you got another little character here. It says first of 14, the Wanderer, truth in spades, made true. Here. And then you got the rest of the spades here. And they got like you got the custom pip design here. And it's like kind of like a line work design spades here. And that design goes all the way throughout the rest of the spades here. And then we get to the court cards, the Jack, Queen, and King of spades here. And the pips are just in that standard black colorway, but then the court cards themselves are in that gold metallic ink. And first we got the Jack of spades here, and it says the Smith. So it's got a hammer there in its hand, a little hat, a little crown kind of hat there. And then we got the Queen of spades here, and it says the harlot there, and she got a mirror in her hand. Then we got the King of spades here, and it says the monarch, and it's got a little staff there, a little staff stick there. And then we get to the diamonds here, and we got the ace of diamonds here, and it has kind of same like design work as the spades there. It has like the line work there, and that line work goes all the way throughout the rest of the spades here. And it is like a darker red than like the standard red, so it's a slight color shift, darker reds. And then we got that the same thing going on with the Jack, Queen, and King of diamonds. They're in that gold metallic ink here. And these are fully custom court cards here. We've got the Jack of diamonds here. And it says the jeweler here. It has like a little tongs here with a little diamond on the end. And he has a monocle. And we got the Queen of diamonds here. And it says the Arbis here. And she has like a little cane in her hand with a little crown on. And then we got the King of diamonds here. And it says the prophet. And it's holding a book. And it has like a bigger like kind of crown kind of hat on there. And then we got the King of clubs here. Oh, the Jack. I know we got the Jack, Queen, and King of clubs here. And then that same gold foil here. And we got the King of clubs here. And it says the architect. And it just has his fingers up. And he has like a crown there with like a little circle going around his head there. And we got the Queen of clubs. and it says the arborist, and she has a like a little leaf or flower stem there with a little bird on it. And then we got the Jack of Clubs here, and this is the miner, and it has a pickaxe in his hand there. And then you got the custom club pips here, with that same like line work going on, and that style design goes all the way throughout the rest of the clubs here. And we get to the last, the hearts here. We got the Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts here, in that same gold metallic ink there. And we got the King of Hearts here, and it says the General. It's got a pipe in his hand and a match. Well, pipe in its mouth and a match in its hand, with another little crown there. Then we got the Queen of Hearts here, which is the chest. And she has her eyes closed, and she has a rose or some kind of flower in her hand there. And then lastly, we got the Jack of Hearts here, which is the armorer. It has like another little hammer in its hand there. And then onto the hearts here, we got those custom hearts here. With that line work, custom line work there. That goes through all the way throughout the rest of the hearts here. And then the last two cards is we got a Dan and Dave ad card here. It says makers of the original goods. You got the Dan and Dave logo here in the middle. And it says dananddave.com. And this is a fully inked ad card here with a green background and like that tannish gold text there in the middle. And on the other side is just the back design. And then here for the last card of the deck, we have an Art of Play ad card here. And it has like that reverse colorway of this card here. So you got the goldish tan background with the green Art of Play logo there, spade logo there, and then the green text, which is Art of Play, the finest playing cards and puzzles and games, and it says artofplay.com down here, and on the back it's just the back design here. Now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll spring the cards. Let me just stick that one in the middle. And first we'll spring the cards here. Well, for being newer cards, you have to put a little bit of pressure into the cards, but not overly too much. Like they're like a medium kind of stock. They're not like super thick cards, but they're also not like super thin. We can like super bend them. You can bend them like a little bit easier than some decks right out of the box. So they're like a pretty good stock and finish so far. Now on to some fans. The thumb fan here. Well, what I gotta say about the fanability, they spread nice. No clumping or stickiness of the cards. They spread nice and evenly, which is nice. Now on to the Pharaoh. A nice smooth and easy Pharaoh there. Had to put no pressure or effort into it. Now giant fan of the back design. Now a reverse Pharaoh. As you can see, you can still reverse Pharaoh, but I had to put a little bit more effort and pressure into it to get it to work, but it still worked nonetheless. Now we're a giant fan of all the faces. Almost dropped some cards, but I happened to catch them at the last second there. Now for the Riffle Shuffle or Bridge Shuffle. Well, for the Bridge Shuffle or Riffle Shuffle, I have to say that they handle fantastic. There's no issues there. There's no like clumpiness of the cards. Other than when I mess up the Bridge Shuffle there, that's the only time that it like feels a little off and like clumpiness. But other than that, there's no issues there. Now on to some packet cuts. And every deck can packet cut, so there's no issues there. It's just fun to like maneuver the cards around and see what they look like and see how they handle. Now for the one-handed cut. Now for that spreadable fan that I can do. Now to dribble the cards. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, there's no issues with the cards. They feel nice. They handle nice. They definitely look nice with that metallic gold ink on the white background there. Dane and Dave has outdone themselves once again. Overall, these cards are fantastic. If you haven't already, I'd highly recommend picking some up if you can find them anywheres. Well, anyways, this has been day 60 of your daily deck review. This has been the White Makers Special Reserve playing cards. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye. See you next time.